All right, Greg, go ahead.
All right, cool. Okay, so I'm here answering the question that you had on your YouTube there, Cobb. So kind of about how like calling other RDs when they're not on duty and like trying to deal with multiple situations at once. Usually, often you're not going to have to deal with those two crazy things at once. So it rarely happens. Did I say often or not often?
No.
Not often. It happens. But if it does end up happening, I mean, it's kind of, we are a team. Certainly I know I'm over at the villas, so if there's something happening at one of the properties that the RD on duty is already at, and then they get a call about something at the villas, I would, most of the time I would assume the RD that is on duty would give me a call and see if I'm at the villas, and then I would certainly address it. It's really, I mean, we're a team, so we're trying to get at each other's back, so if you're there and you are present, then you would be expected to kind of deal with it just to help everyone out. But
Who else can you call?
we also have many other staff members that are on site. Anna is always over at the villas willing to help. So there are people around that if it is in time of crisis can deal with stuff and make it all right. So yeah, keep the questions coming because I'd love to answer them for you.
How often have you had to call a second RD?
I personally have never had two crisis situations at once that I've needed to call another RD. There has been times where I am at my building and I know another RD is there and it's literally like a one, like make a key at Del Norte and Juliet's there and she said, hey, I'm around. And so I've called her and said, hey, could you help me out with this? And then obviously I return the favor when she doesn't want to go all the way over to villas. So, I mean, that I've never actually come across a time when there's two crisis situations, but
Greg is at the villas as well,
yes.
so that
So
helps.
it is certainly something you need to know about, but not something that comes up that often.
Yep. Okay, Erica, how about at Gardens? Because it's a little different story.
Yeah, I've had to call Shane, who's at Gardens with me. If I know he's on property, most of the time I know if he's going to be there or not. There was one time where there was a fight, and I was actually running up to the fight, and I was calling him while running up, and then I ended up just not calling him because I took care of it. But after that, I had to kind of like stick out with the people who like deal with that situation. I think there was either a bond confiscation or like something small that Shane then took care of. So like that's sometimes the case. Most of the time, if that kind of thing happens where I'm dealing with the situation and then I get another call and I can't leave the situation I'm dealing with, I know at least one of the three other RDs are somewhere around, or Mama Law, or Dave, or Anna, someone who has like the access that is needed to do the job. And then there's just another time where I needed Greg and Shane. I didn't really need both of them, but they were together, and they came over just because of a safety thing. I just didn't feel safe in the situation, so I had them come and just sit by the door. And yeah, it's just kind of like helping each other out. And even when I told them that they could leave, they still just wanted to make sure that the situation was resolved, so they waited out until the very end. Just so nice.
I think a big part of this question was if you're not on duty,
Yeah.
how likely is it you're gonna get called on a weekend?
If you're-
and like what are the
If you're not on
flexibility?
duty, you're not expected to be on property. So like if you're not on duty, don't feel like you have to be on property. It's one of those things, if we know that you're not on duty and we know that you're on property, then you might get a call. But if we call you and you're not on property and you're not on duty, don't expect to like have to drop something and go do something else. Unless it's like an emergency thing where there was,
A fire.
yeah, like a fire or a blackout.
And has that ever happened to you?
Mm-mm. I was away when the blackout occurred this year, and I got a text, but everyone else took care of it, so it wasn't like a thing where I had to like leave my game and come. So it's basically if you're on property and you are available, then you're not expected to like help out, but it's nice. But if you're not on duty and you're not on property, you're not expected to drop everything and go.
Okay.
Hope that answers your question.